Hey, what up, YouTube? This is LeoTapia11, and I'm finally here with a profile. I'm profiling my Venom deck. This is in no way a competitive deck, although if you get super mega lucky and fucking the stars align and shit, you will win against
You will fucking win.
you will win against
Anything.
an elite deck, such as Black Wings or Samurais or Plants or whatever. But not like you'll win maybe 1 out of 10,000.
It's just meant for fun.
It's just meant for fun. I just kind of had a lot of extra time and just decided to build this deck, so let's just get right into it. And check out the mat. It's pretty cool, right?
Yep, it's my mat. I love this mat. It's fucking amazing. Anyway.
Back to the profile. Triple Venom Cobras. Level 4, 2000 defense. Since this is a Venom deck, you need to run 3 of them. There's really there's really not much snakes, so you're kind of forced to play with what you have. Triple Venom Snake. Let's see what this card does. Once per turn, you can place 1 Venom counter on 1 monster your opponent controls. If you activate this card's effect, this card cannot declare an attack, which you would probably use the effect rather than attack, unless it's the situation calls for an attack. Then,
yeah,
of course,
mainly if you have the swamp thing on the field.
Yep, you need Venom Swamp, and this deck runs it. Next, Triple Venom Serpent. See, once per turn, you can place 1 Venom counter on 1 monster your opponent controls. That's pretty self-explanatory. 1,000 attack. So you're gonna use its effect anyway.
Okay, the idea of the deck is to get venom counters on crap.
Yep.
And get the big Venom and Naga guy out. In case you guys didn't know. Like this bet. Oh, I thought that was it.
No, that's not it. That's like the stupidest Venom of all. Like, he would have been good if he was a level 4, but he's a level 5. And the only reason you run this deck is so you could pitch him to the graveyard with Snake Rain. So, triple of those. He has a pretty good effect, but it's kind of a bitch to get him out. Once per turn, you can place 2 Venom counters on 1 monster your opponent controls. If you activate this effect, this card cannot declare an attack this turn.
Cool.
And now for the big hitters. Of course, triple Snake. Triple of this guy. What's this guy's name? Venomion, the king of poisonous snakes. So what this card does is, this card gains 500 attack for every monster on the grave. And this card cannot, on the card text says this card, let me read the exact text. It says this card cannot be special summoned by another effect monster's effect. So he could be resummoned by Call the Haunted
Reborn.
Or Monster Reborn. So it's just monster effects that cannot bring him down. And this card gains 500 attack for each
Venom monster.
Venom. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can remove from play 1 other reptile type monster from your graveyard to special summon this card. When this card is destroyed by battle only. So if he's destroyed by smashing ground, you can't activate his effect, you're pretty much fucked.
Yep.
And now for the big hitter.
The boss.
Can you believe I actually have 3 of these guys?
Like the real deal, not the crappy misprint one?
All first
reprint, I should say.
All first edition from Tactical Evolution.
OG, man. Oh, freaking G.
They're like $70 cards. And they're going to get reprinted, I think. Well, yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed they're going to get reprinted.
Yeah, but you're not as cool if you have the reprint one, so...
Yeah, and then they're going to be printed either as commons or supers, one of the two. And
they should have left it alone.
They should have left it alone, but at the same time, the
cool
value of these cards is not going to go down because they're short printed from Tactical Evolution first edition.
Yeah, short prints don't go down value that often, so...
They might go down maybe by $10, so 70 to 60.
Yeah,
so.
If you call that down, I mean, by a lot,
So anyway. Basically, this card is the thing that's going to win you the duel. That's what you're aiming for.
Yeah, that card. Yeah, that's the main idea of the deck.
Let me read the card
getting this out.
Says this card cannot be normal summon or set. This card cannot be special summon except with the effect, with its own effect or Rise of the Snake Deity. This card gains 500 attack for each reptile type monster in your graveyard. So this card cannot be. You cannot reborn this card. You cannot go Call the Haunter or Monster Reborn.
It's broken.
Yeah. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can remove from play 1 other reptile type monster from your graveyard to special summon this card. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, place 1 Hyper Venom counter on this card. When 3 Hyper Venom counters on this card, when there are 3 Hyper Venom counters on this card, you win the duel.
Yay.
So basically you attack directly 3 times, or you deal your opponent 3 times battle damage. You win. And this card becomes really big, especially with all these cards and Snake Rain, which you pitch in 5 snakes. That's already 25. And he's unaffected by spells or traps or monster effects. So the only way you could kill this guy is
running him over.
Running him over or warning them or stalling him, and that's about it. And that's it for the monster lineup.
Hard to get out, hard to win with, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You feel so cool when you win with it.
Yeah, you do.
You feel like a badass.
With a field spell, Venom Swamp, what this card does is you activate it, and at the end of every end phase, you place one Venom counter on every monster on the field except Venom cards. So none of these cards right here, none of the monster cards will be affected by it, and only your opponent gets the effect activated, and they lose 500 points for each counter they have. And once their attack point hits 0, the monster is automatically destroyed. So it's a pretty good card.
This is such a good card.
Double Snake Rain. You discard one card. I think it's any card. Or discard one card, select 4 reptile type monsters in your deck, and send them to the graveyard. So you could pitch in whatever card. I usually go for a reptile type monster to have 5, and to make these 3 cards right here heavy beaters. This 3 and these 3.
It's like Painful Choice, but for snakes.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
And I just run 2 of them. Next 2 Venom shots.
Rawr.
Activate only when you control the face of Venom monster or Venom or just any Venom monster, any of these. Send 1 reptile type monster from your deck to the graveyard and place 2 Venom counters on 1 face up monster your opponent controls. So again,
Venom counters, very important.
Venom counters.
That's the idea.
Next, just to speed up the deck, add a 3 upstarts, because the whole point of this deck is not to take your opponent's life points down to 0, it's to hit for game, hit 3 times with this card.
It pretty much this stupid card slows your opponent down pretty good because it like lowers their attack, so it's harder for them to kill you.
One other thing I should have mentioned with this card is if somehow you end up destroying this card, and if they already had 2 Venom counter or 2 Hyper Venom counters on it, the counters reset. So if you special summon it, you have to. I think that's the ruling on it. You have to reset the counters.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Don't let them die, you guys.
Yeah, protect them at all costs. Next to hand destruction, just to speed up the deck even more, you could always pitch in your snakes just to get the Venom Nagas in your hand, or the fucking kings or whatever. 1 sword to reveal life to help stall, and since this is going at 2 in this next format, I might try to fit in another one, but
wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'm just running 1 for right now. A Monster Reborn. Staples, 2 MSTs.
Could go to 3.
It could go to
because it's probably going. Isn't it going to 3?
It probably is.
Yeah.
Depends on the official ban list, but as of
the
right
official,
now,
yeah,
it's at 3. I might fit in another one. Maybe take out a hand destruction, and I might even consider putting a heavy storm in here, but most likely not because you have Venom Swamp and you have to protect it. So heavy storm is a really bad card, and that's it for the spells. Get them out of the way.
Shove them out.
And of course you run this card, triple of these. When a Venom, when the king dies, you activate this card, and you special summon a Venom. I think it's you summon 1 Venom Naga from your hand or deck. So if this card is destroyed either by battle, or by mirror force, or by fucking smashing ground or whatever,
as long as he's on the field at least.
Yep. So if they solemn it or
solemn judgment or if they warnings it or judgment it, you don't get it.
You don't get the effect, so you cannot change it. But
anything else, it flies. You can get this bad boy out.
Yep. And since this card is recyclable with Monster Reborn and Call,
it makes it a little bit easier.
It's not really a big of a problem to get them out. But run 3 of these to help get these 3 out, and you're good. And for the last 3 cards, Ambush Fang. When a face-up Venom type monster is declared as an attack target, you activate that, negate the attack, and end the battle phase, and put 1 Venom. Is it 1 or 2?
2.
Place 1.
Oh, 1.
Place 1 Venom counter on your opponent's monster.
It's a threatening roar with, or kind of like a threatening roar with.
It's a better version of threatening roar for this deck.
Well, at least for the deck, yeah.
And that's it. Call the Haunted might go at 2. If it goes at 2, I might try to find a way to kind of fit it in this deck.
Shove it in there, yeah, because it'd be nice.
Just to get the Venom Naga King. So if you have any suggestions on what should I take out, that's pretty much the whole build. And that's the whole lineup for Venom monsters for snakes. That's it. You cannot add any more, else I would. But basically that's it.
Well, thanks you guys. Thumbs up for the unique deck and the unique mat. So
yeah, unique map. Let's take another good look at the unique map. Just
handmade too. No bot crap or anything. This is real acrylic paint made and everything. So.
Hey, wait.
Oh yeah, most wanted. No joke. All right, thanks guys.
All right, peace out.